And let's talk a little bit about the landscape of healthcare and how, where telehealth plays, where operating rooms and surgical spaces, because I want to set a kind of high level landscape of where this type of technology is being used. And I've got a slide here that breaks it down, and we're going to talk about each of these. We have patient rooms, of course, right, which is huge in telehealth. And in those cases, you can see the strong arm mounting system. In fact, Brandon, let me ask you, this picture here that we're looking at, this is the Mighty Mount that you offer?
Yes, it's part of the Mighty Mount line. And that is our, I would call it our backbone of our telehealth lineup. It's very simplistic, very straightforward, but it's modular. So if it's display changes or speaker changes, or the actual layout of that product, it can evolve, so that ultimately we don't want any health system to buy a mount that is a one use case that has no ability to scale as technologies change, because technologies change fast, right? With cameras, displays, speakers, it's rapid fire. It's always getting faster. It's always getting better. And so we want a mount that you can keep, but also will evolve with those technologies.
Yeah, it's really incredible when you look at the nuts and bolts of what you guys have built. And so this is ideal for patient rooms because it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's on the wall. We're also going to talk about operating rooms and surgical procedures where PTZ cameras are being used for medical simulations. We're going to talk about home health, which is also a big part of healthcare and remote telehealth. And then, of course, the educational area. And here in Philadelphia, a huge hub for educational healthcare institutions, whether we're training the next generation of healthcare professionals or providing research, development, innovation in healthcare with the ability to connect doctors from around the world and healthcare professionals. So let's take a look at some examples here. This is our example of a patient room in telehealth. This is a PTZOptics Move 4K, but our PTZOptics Move SE is also quite popular in these spaces. These are virtual holistic patient care solutions where you can bring a specialist in. Oftentimes a nurse is on staff, and the pan-tilt-zoom camera is controllable by the remote healthcare specialist. And we're going to show an example of that with Zoom today. And Zoom actually offers a HIPAA-compliant version of their software. And there's many others. This is an example of an operating room. And in many operating rooms, we're seeing mobile carts deployed. But you will also many times see ceiling-mounted cameras. You'll see cameras mounted above the operating area. And that will allow archival video to see if something goes wrong, what went wrong. Let's take a look. So from an archival perspective, if you do need to bring in a remote specialist, so this is an example of a mobile cart. And then we have home health. And this is the opportunity for someone who has significant healthcare needs and needs healthcare from the comfort of their home. And then, of course, we have medical simulations. And this is an example of the Answet wet lab that we worked with from Medtronic. And they were using PTZOptics cameras here, you can see, to do what we call image magnification, sometimes called IMAG. And essentially, let's take a look at something that's fairly small, magnify it on a very big screen for all of these healthcare professionals to get a good look at it.